Here, page 136, the example is on top. Again, watch her instructions. Add the preposition mem, that's that word from, F-R-O-M, to the following indefinite nouns. So the nouns are all indefinite, which means no definite article is added yet, and we'll see that soon. Okay, Hannah, why don't you start off? Read first the example, and then do. That's right. And okay, 1 second. Jeremiah, do you have the place? Page 136. Okay, more and me more. And what does mi pikini mean? Okay. Okay. I'm not sure what you said. Pikinim is an inspector. A pakid is an inspector. You know, somebody who watches over things. A pakid is an inspector, an officer. I'm not. Me is who? Me means from. We're looking at page 136 on top. Meanwhile, Hannah read correctly, mi more, mi talmid, and I didn't ask her to translate, but the word pikidim, I felt needed a translation. The word pakid, I'm not sure what Edna translates. Pakid is, might, again?
Servant. A clerk. Clerk or government official.
Okay, good enough. She may have the word clerk. Okay, not a problem. Okay. Okay, that word pakid. Let me double check her translation. The word pakid, like any Hebrew word, will have multiple meanings, I'm sure. I associate the word pakid as one who supervises, one who's an inspector. And if she has the translation, at least it's not in this unit here. All right, wherever she has that word, if she has the word clerk, C-L-E-R-K, I'll go with that as well. Let me just see what she has for that word, just out of curiosity. I'm not going to spend the hour finding these words. If I can find it, one thing. Oh, yes. It's going back and back and back. Okay, let me just see what she has. If you're able to find that word for me, if she has it in the vocabulary. I saw 2 units so far. I haven't seen that word. All right, I want to look at one more unit and then we'll just go ahead. I don't want to spend the time doing this now. All right, she has the word, I'm sure, somewhere. I just can't find it. Let me see in the back if there's a dictionary by her in the back. Okay, Edna Coffin does have a dictionary in the back. So there, I would think she would have that word. All words that she's introduced. She has a dictionary unvocalized. That's okay. What we're looking for is a translation of that word pakid as she offers it. Just bear with me. I'm looking at page 509. On page 509, she has the word pakid. She translates it as clerk, C-L-E-R-K. All right, Hannah, you translated the word pakid as clerk? Fine. Okay, a clerk. Wait, I'm not finished yet. All right, the word clerk, add to that word clerk, inspector. A clerk and an inspector, a pakid. And then, in light of what Baruch said, the plural of that word is not pakidim. Again, that kamat is 2 places removed from the accent on the last syllable, and it reduces to a shvana. It's pikidim, pikidim. And then we can play with genders. Pakid is masculine singular. Erekamate, pikida. Pikida is a female clerk. Pikidot is a female, or is female clerks or inspectors. Okay, her concern here is not so much translation, singular, plural, just how to use the mem.
חנות, סטור, מחנות.
Okay, Talmud. Now what's
תלמיד מתלמיד.
okay?
student.
Okay, well, 1 second. You're going backwards now. We did Moreh, we did Talmud, we now did Pikidim, right?
Yes.
Next word, Hannah.
חנות, סטור, מחנות.
What's underneath the mem? A tsere or a chirik?
תראי,
Okay, that's what I thought.
חנות, מחנות.
All right, let me write out the word. Are you putting a chirik?
Yes.
Okay. The spelling,
חנות,
no,
מחנות.
well, should be a tsere, mechanut.
חנות, מחנות. חנות, מחנות.
Mechanut, okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's go over this again. The normal pointing of the mem when you contract it is with a chirik, only if the next word where you're attaching the mem is not written by itself, it's attached to the word that follows, can take a dagesh chazak. If it cannot, then the mem will probably be pointed with a tsere when I have the word rosh. For example, rosh, head, may rosh. When I have the word chet, sin, mechet, and so on. When I have the word haaretz, from the earth, in the blessing of the bread, me haaretz. Next time you say the blessing over the lechem, look at the spelling. Hamotzi lechem me haaretz. Does it really say that, Professor? No, it does not. In fact, as far as the blessing goes, it has min haaretz. And let me say something now about that. Why in the blessing do we not have a contraction of that mem letter? Why is this fully spelled out as min haaretz? I have no explanation. Let me get the word spelled correctly. Except to point out that there must be something unusual about the connection of from the earth. In regular Hebrew speech, it will be me haaretz. In a prayer, in the liturgy, it's min haaretz. Can I conclude, for example, that the one who's responsible for this pointing was ignorant? I doubt it. But the full spelling of the word min is to make sure you do not make an error when you see the mem by itself, that the notion of from the earth is terribly important in acknowledging that God is responsible for the produce of the earth, which is as theological can be. Do you understand? Wait a minute, do you understand what I'm getting at? When you see earth this way and you define yourself by way of the earth, then your rootedness is in the earth, not in a building on the earth. The earth belongs to you. That grain from the earth, that grain from Haaretz, that grain from the land of Israel. I can't be more ideological than that. And I have to thank Yitzhak Ben Tzvi, the president of Israel, who constantly emphasized that. And do you know what that does? It brings in Palestinians who never left the land. They originally are Jews.
Are they practicing Judaism?
And the Africans. You have any idea of what Black Hebrews are trying to say now? We are also part of the tribe. You live in America. America, we drive cars, fancy homes. I don't think any American has a sense of what the hell Earth is. I can't help it. I'm learning something in the end of my life now. And once you got that type of kesher, that connection, you can't be broken. And you go back to Earth. You go back. Not as ashes. People, it's a powerful lesson I'm learning. And Jews in Arabic-speaking countries are all of a sudden Jews now. Afghanistan in particular. There's a whole Arab village south of Mount Hebron, which is Arabic. It's not, it's Jewish. An Arab village by Mount Hebron. I don't know what to make of it. And when you have a rabbi who gives sermons in Arabic, he's from Syria, and he has imams who call him up. What the hell is all that about now? In your lifetime, there'll be the conversion of Muslims to Judaism. And Baruch, you better get this straight. They probably are not converting, they're returning back. And all of a sudden, now what's happening? It's happening in Iran. Once Iran gets itself together. All right, people, enough of my ideology. It's just that min word again. Okay, so in the case of you're reading it, it's Mechanut. Continue, Hannah.
Memshala, government, mi memshala.
That's right. Continue.
Campusin be Israel, campus be Israel, mi campus be Israel.
Okay, Mikampus in Israel. Okay, from campuses in Israel. The word is campus. It sounds awkward, but the word is a borrowed word, campus. So there's no Hebrew. They just take that word and spell it out in Hebrew. Campusim. Mikapusim be Israel. Okay, in the case of be Israel, let me make sure we understand a principle now. She's not asking us about the bet word with the word Yisrael, but as you might recall from a previous class lesson, the Bakal letters, when they are fixed before a word that begins with a yud and a shvana under it, like, okay, then this is not the example. I guess I was confusing with the word Yerushalayim. The word Yerushalayim, the bet letter, will be pointed with a chirik to break the shva cluster. Then you drop the shva na underneath the yud, be Yerushalayim. But Yisrael has a chirik under it, so it's not an issue. Yisrael. So it's be Yisrael, be Yisrael. Regular pointer with the bet. Okay. If the yud has a shva under it, then it's a long chirik that gets pointed, be. All right.
Sefer בעברית, book עברית, book Hebrew,
A book in Hebrew.
בספר,
Okay. Okay, a book in Hebrew. Okay.
בספר בעברית.
How do you say from a book in Hebrew? How would you use the mem here?
ספר.
Okay. So say it again.
מספר בעברית.
Okay. Misefer b'ivrit. Continue.
סיפור, story, מסיפור.
Continue.
משרדים, offices, ממשרדים.
Okay. Office, officer, offices, And somehow that word misrad, if you say officers, it sounds like offices, and somehow you don't want to have an office with an officer. Again, the word misrad is an office. If your English is a second language, it's possible you're pronouncing the word office as officer. An officer is not an office. So an officer, if he has an office, you'll have a problem. If you're told to come to the office of the officer. It's called being arrested.
The patrol car?
And believe me, people, we speak English, our English gets a little confused when we say our words. Same thing with Hebrew, etc. All right, Baruch, the next exercise.
Okay, so we're.
Add the definite, now this one you add the definite article, that's the hey idea, to the following nouns. Read the example first. Continue. Okay, stop right there. Rofeim, Ashvana, Nitafe. What's the point of the hay? Is the hay pointed with a patak or with a kamatz?
It's patak or kamatz. I get confused with those. Oh, is it patak? Yes.
If you say it's a patak, then you have to have a dagesh chazak that follows. Again, the word rofei, the plural rofeim. And notice how I say the word rofeim, rofeim. The hey with a patach would mean the dagesh hazak needs to be the next letter. The resh letter with laryngals cannot be doubled for our purposes. So you you increase the sound of the patach to a medial kamatz. Ha rofeim, ha rofe, ha rofeim. All right, continue. Next one. And as you read it, tell me what goes underneath the hay, a patak, a kamatz, whatever.
Read it's aleph is a laryngeal letter. The ein that's a laryngeal letter, so what would go under that would be patach.
So how do you say it? Ha'arim?
Arim.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, people, we're going to have to go over our notes a little bit. And please, when you're giving your exercise, I want you to vocalize. I want to see how many errors you're going to repeat. The hey letter, normal pointing is with a patak. The gesh chazak, the next letter. Laryngeal letters, the hey will have a kamatz under it. Aleph, ayin, hey, and the chet, and the letter resh. If the laryngeal letter, however, has a kamatz under it, a medial kamatz, the pointing of the hey is with a segol. And have an example by your notes. The word chadash. We say he chadash. The word arim. Ayin has a kamatz under it. He arim.
So it would be arim.
That's right. And that word arim itself is unusual. The singular of the word arim, city, is ear. You would think the plural would be irim. It's arim. Why is it not irim? I don't know. In fact, it's logical to say irim because the long chirik there doesn't just drop out. It's permanent. Share the chirik for the plural. But for some reason, we have arim.
So the dash is the comments? Just the dash as the vowel? I'm confused with the comments.
Kamatz where? Underneath the hay?
Yeah, the comments underneath the head, between the comments and the patach.
Yeah, this is a patach, and this is a kamatz before laryngeal letters, which do not have a medial kamatz under them. If they do, then the hay is pointed with a segol. You might find an exception here or there, particularly with the letters hey and the letter chet, where if a word has a chet, and a chet with a kamatz under it, and a hey with a kamatz under it, you might find a definite article with a patach, and therefore, how come we say it's potentially closed? But this is unusual. Just follow the rules as I give them to you. But then you have to know how to vocalize these words, obviously. She's giving you the words unvocalized. Okay, continue with the next one.
Metova? Is it Metova or Mitova?
It's neither one. Eli, help him with that word. Midbach. Midbach is a kitchen.
Hamidbach.
What's underneath the hair? Patach, hamatz?
Patach.
Okay, so what you say is hey with a patach, dagesh chazak in the mem. Repeat after me. Hey with a patach, dagesh chazak in the mem.
Okay. A with a patach.
Dagesh, go ahead.
Dagesh in the mem.
Dagesh chazak.
Dagesh hazak.
Rather than like that, dagesh kal. The root of that word midbach I went into many times with you. The Hebrew word to slaughter. A tabach, one who does slaughtering, the profession. And here's another point of Hebrew that we've taught you many times. If you have a noun which has this combination, patach, dagesh chazak in the next letter, kamatz underneath the second letter, nouns of profession have that combination. Not every profession, but let's take a few words. The word, for example, chazan, something that you're capable of, Baruch. A chazan has that combination.
Gazlan.
Wait a minute. Gazlan has a combination of patach, shvanach, kamatz, and final nun. This is a combination of patach, dagesh chazak, kamatz on the second letter. Let's get a few more words for chazan. A ganav, a thief. It's a profession. A dayan. Three very common words. All have in common this. If you have words like that, the gazlan. There are other words that have this. Can't think of them right away, but there are other words. Anyway, just keep that in mind. It's good to know this. Ayan, Chazan, Malav. Okay. Okay. Continue, Baruch.
Okay. So, Ish. Ish is man or woman? Isha is woman. Ish is man.
Ish is man. Put a definite article now.
Ish. But it's a laryngeal letter, so it'd be with a comma.
Oh, good. Next word.
Okay. Isha would be okay with let's see. Aisha.
Good. Next word.
That would be with a patach.
Wait a minute.
Or kamatz.
A kamatz. The word Isha is like Easter. Both words have laryngeal letters.
Okay. Anasim. Anashim. Anashim. So basically, would be with a kamatz.
With a kamatz. Ha-anashim. Say the word to us both. Ha-anashim.
Anashim.
Continue.
Or a hot.
Look carefully.
Or hot.
It doesn't say orachot. It says
Or hot.
orachat.
Or rahat.
The singular. Jeremiah, I don't hear you.
underneath the example on 384. Or a hot.
We're doing exercise 384. Okay, wait a minute, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Oh, rachat means what, Baruch?
I don't know, food, hotel. What kind of, what is it? Yes.
Oh, rachat means what?
Yes.
A guess.
Yeah.
I know, wait a minute, I know that Hannah said it, I just want you to say it. Oh, rachat is a female guess. That's the whole point. Let's get the genders down now. What is a male guess?
Or red.
Okay, you're saying it somewhat. Wait a minute. You got the old ray, last letter chet. Whenever you have a last letter laryngeal, not the aleph or ayin, but the chet and the chet, not the aleph or the ayin, but the chet and the mapik hey. If the hey has a dot in it, you have the stolen patak phenomenon. I should correct myself right now. If a word also has an ayin at the end, let's put it better. If a last letter is an ayin letter or a chet letter, not the hey and not the aleph, and the vowel before is any vowel but an sounding vowel, you have the stolen patak phenomenon. Oreach is a good example of the chet ending. Shomea is the example of an ayin ending word.
Also, it's or
Wait a minute. Wait a second. The word oreach is masculine singular for guess. To put the word plural, it's orachim, masculine plural, and orachot is feminine plural. And for both those words, you have the word arucha. Arucha is a meal. We went through this already many times. We're not just simply talking about a meal. A meal has that word guest in it, G-U-E-S-T. And if you want to follow what is a basic Jewish tradition, when you sit down for breakfast and there's a knock on that door, you don't say, I'm busy. You open it and there's an older person knocking. I have no doubt that Hannah and her Baal would welcome him into the room. Jeremiah would say, not a problem, I can handle him. Baruch says, why not?
And I was like,
Eli may have a problem. The reason why my 4 students, takshivu na, pay close attention. You let that man with a cane walk in. It's not because it's Zev Garber one day. Eliyahu Hanavi may be knocking. Let's repeat that. The man with the cane who knocks on your door is the image of Elijah. And you shut the door in his face. It's another way of saying you respect every individual who comes knocking. Well, how do I know who's going to knock? That's why you learn self-defense. I can tell in a second when I'm going to have a problem or not. There are a lot of old people that knock on doors. I can see the time is up. Okay. All right, people, I need to get something straight in my own head. Comes on Thursday, we're going to have to cover quite a lot then, because we only have one more week afterwards, so we're going to do that.
let's finish this example. So we're at ha'orachot.
Yeah, let's just finish up this one exercise.
Okay, then that would be hey.
Okay, the word Hayim, how would you say it? the life,
Hayin.
and underneath the hay would be what? A kamatz pata?
It would be, it's a hay would be a kamat.
Okay, take the next one.
Okay, and then hadasot.
Good.
Okay, so it's a hay, it would be kamat.
Okay. Okay, let me end with this. The word chadashot, if the chet had a kamatz under it, is one thing. But the word chadashot here means news. News, as in reporting of news. The spelling of the word is with a chata pata. So the regular pointing will be with a kamatz, or some people will spell it even with a pata. But try to keep with one rule. Before laryngeal letters are kamatz. If the laryngeal has a kamatz under it, then hay's point with sickle. Okay, people. We rushed you at the last moment. What's that?
Thursday, what are we doing for
Thursday, we're going to continue.
So is there a kamat or a pata? The one that you said.
Hachadashot, I would spell with a kamatz. The hay with a kamatz. What I'm trying to say is that there are some people who spell it with a pata. Definitely not with a segol. Okay.